إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. ما بعد. Today inshallah we'll explain page 314, chapter 20, Surah Taha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قال قد أوتيت سؤلك يا موسى ولقد مننا عليك مرة أخرى إذ أوحينا إلى أمك ما يوحى أن اقذفيه في التابوت فاقذفيه في اليم فليلقه اليم بالساحل يأخذه عدو لي وعدو له وألقيت عليك محبة مني ولتصنع على عيني إذ تمشي أختك فتقول هل أدلكم على من يكفله فرجعناك إلى أمك كي تقر عينها ولا تحزن وقتلت نفسا فنجيناك من الغم وفتناك فتونا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answered Musa alayhi salam. He said, "You are granted your request, O Musa, and indeed we conferred the favor on you another time before, when we inspired your mother with that which we inspired her with, saying, put the child, that means Musa alayhi salam, into the tabut, the cradle, and put it into the river, the Nile River. Then the river shall cast it up on the bank, and there an enemy of mine, Fir'aun, and an enemy of Musa alayhi salam shall take him." Because an enemy of Allah is the enemy of His messengers and an enemy of the believers. So a believer can't befriend an enemy of Allah and claim to be a believer and a friend of Allah. "And I endued you with love from me, in order that you may be brought up under my eye. When your sister went and said, 'Shall I show you one who will nurse him?' So we restored you to your mother, that she might cool her eyes and she should not grieve. Then you did kill a man, a Coptic man, but we saved you from great distress and tried you with a heavy trial." Glad tidings of the acceptance of Musa's supplication, and the reminder of the previous blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon Musa alayhi salam. So this is the response from Allah to His messenger Musa alayhi salam for what Musa requested from his Lord, to make his brother Harun alayhi salam also a prophet. It also contains a reminder of Allah's previous favors upon him. The first was inspiring his mother when she was breastfeeding him, and she feared that Fir'aun and his chiefs would kill him, because Musa alayhi salam was born in the year when the male newborn among the children of Israel were to be killed. So 1 year Fir'aun would kill the male newborn, and 1 year he would let them live. And Musa alayhi salam was born in the year of execution, while Harun alayhi salam was born in the year of let live. So she, the mother of Musa alayhi salam, placed him in a case, a cradle, and cast him into the river. The Nile River carried him with Allah's decree away to the castle of Fir'aun, and the mother of Musa alayhi salam was grieved and distressed. As Allah mentioned about her in chapter 28, she almost disclosed her case and pleaded with them to let him live, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave her steadfastness, because if she pleaded with them, they would not listen to her. They would have executed Musa alayhi salam anyway, because that was the order of Fir'aun, may Allah curse him. As Allah said in Surah Al-Qasas, وَأَصْبَحَ فُؤَادُ أُمِّ مُوسَى فَارِغًا إِن كَادَتْ لَتُبْدِي بِهِ لَوْلَا أَن رَّبَطْنَا عَلَى قَلْبِهَا لِتَكُونَ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And the heart of the mother of Musa alayhi salam became empty. She was very near to disclosing his case had we, that means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not strengthened her heart so that she can be among the believers. So the river carried Musa alayhi salam to the home of Fir'aun, to the castle of Fir'aun. Then the people of Fir'aun picked him up. And all this by the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that Musa might become for them an enemy and a cause of grief and a cause of destruction of Fir'aun. May Allah curse him. فَالْتَقَطَهُ آلُ فِرْعَوْنَ لِيَكُونَ لَهُمْ عَدُوًّا وَحَزَنًا. And this in itself is a punishment for Fir'aun, that the one to cause his kingdom to perish actually grew up in his own castle, in his own house. And that's why later on, when Musa alayhi salam, as we will see in other chapters like Surat al-Qasas and other chapters too, as we said, Musa alayhi salam, his story is mentioned 170 times. Fir'aun would tell Musa, like, we raised you among us in my castle. So like, how can you be a persona non grata? In other words, you grew up in my castle. You should be grateful for me that I raised you. So this was Fir'aun's argument. But what did Musa alayhi salam answer him? He said, وَتِلْكَ نِعْمَةٌ تَمُنُّهَا عَلَيَّ أَنْ عَبَّدْتَ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ. He said, and that's a favor that you mentioning when you have taken the children of Israel as slaves, and you were the cause of me not growing up with my parents. In other words, you think you did me a favor by letting me grow in your castle, but for me, it would have been better for me to grow up with my parents. But I wasn't able to do that because you turned them into slaves. So don't mention something that you see as a favor while it was actually a detriment for me, because I had to live far away from my parents and hide the fact that they were my parents. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as an increase in punishment, made Musa grow up under the nose of Fir'aun, and